Hey y'all, welcome to this week's episode of Ducking Reality. In the pond with me today is my friend Jamey Aspel.
Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Well, first of all, cheers. We're having a little
cheers.
Savvy Bee.
Cheers. Savvy Bee, hey.
Anyone want to send us some Savvy Bee? I gotta start doing like ad reads and stuff soon, so.
Hell yeah.
Let's get some products that we like.
Product placement. It's very important.
Yeah, some brand recognition.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jamey, I asked you, it was funny when I called you to be like, hey, let's actually do this, because we've talked about doing this when we, a couple glasses of wine in. And you were like, whatever would I talk about? And I was like, what do you mean? You have like one of the most interesting stories, and I only know bits and pieces of it. And then, we just looked up this number. So the story you're about to tell us is the odds of this happening is between 1 and 20,000 to 1 and several million, depending on ancestry.
Yeah. Yeah. I donated a kidney to my father my adopted father, which is a larger part of the story.
Right.
When I was 30. He had polycystic kidney disease, and this was a disease that has ravaged my father's side of the family. In fact, my brother has it as well, my adopted brother.
Right, yeah.
We'll get to that. And so, I was, 29, 30, and they had gotten to the point with my dad that you need to start looking for a donor, a living donor. They can do cadaveric, but that doesn't go as well. It's not as successful, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. They haven't ironed out all those kinks yet.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, okay, I'll go get tested. And oh my, I was a match. And, they told us, it's probably not going to happen because I was adopted, etc. But amazingly enough, I was. I guess I should probably go back to
tell us your origin story.
Beginning stories.
Please.
I've always been with my adoptive parents since I was born. I am the product of my biological mother was a foster child with my adoptive parents. She was 17 at the time. Mm-hmm. And she was in the care of the state because she had a child before me. And that was the reason why she was in the care of the state.
So she was super young when she started.
Yeah, she was 15 when she had her first child. And so 17 when she had me. She was my adoptive parents' foster child. Now, I get two differing stories here from my adoptive parents and my biological mother. I did meet her eventually. My adoptive parents basically says that, she gave me up willingly, etc. The story from her is that the state pressured her extremely to do so. I'm guessing, of course, one less mouth to feed.
Right, yeah.
For the state, so. But that's how I ended up with my adoptive parents. They were and are great people. I love them dearly. I miss my dad. Cheers, Dad. Mom's still with us.
Oh, good.
Stubborn as all get out.
So some traits are just nurture.
We'll get into that nature versus nurture thing later, I think. I'm not sure. So I've always been with my adopted parents, and I am their child, and happily so.
Right.
Now, growing up, we grew up evangelical Christian.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, baby Jesus.
Oh, Lord, baby Jesus.
Yeah. Now, that in itself was a very different experience. And years later, as an adult, I don't have any religion anymore. I don't really do that. I would consider myself agnostic at best. And that's been some continued struggle with my family.
Are they still very active in the church? Or your mom?
My mom is, yeah. Actually, both my brother and sister, my adoptive brother and sister, are still fairly active in church, I think.
I always get kind of, there's a part of me that wishes I had that faith that some people have, like where they, where they go to church all the time and I'm like, it's not for me. Like, I mean, I grew up Catholic, but it's just, when I see people that are super devoted, I'm like, I'm happy for them, but it's just, I'm also kind of like, am I missing something that so many people are like into church?
I have a lot of thoughts. I think that religion can be very cathartic for people, but I also think it's somewhat of an escape and an excuse.
Yeah.
Instead of taking charge of your own life and making decisions, you just keep saying, I'm going to give it up to God. Girl, no.
Yeah, do the work.
Take control.
Yeah.
I mean, and don't get me wrong. Look, hey, if you want to involve your deity in those decisions, that's great. But you still got to put in the work. Yeah. No, I really kind of left it all behind. I think really kind of after I moved here to California, which I've been here in California now for 10 plus years. It's 11, 12 years probably by now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember first moving here and I didn't know fucking anybody. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll go to church and try and meet folk. Yep. I don't know. I went to a handful of different churches, all kinds of, Methodist, Episcopalian. What's the one that's really I can't remember whatever that denomination is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And eventually I was like, fuck it.
And where was home?
I'm sorry. I'm originally from the Appalachian foothills of southern Ohio.
Oh.
Yes. So, and if you can't already hear it in my gay voice, yes, super duper gay. So you can imagine.
And tough.
Yeah, it was. It was tough. It was not easy growing up in that environment. I got the fuck out as soon as I could. And, soon after graduating from college, I was saying, off to Columbus, Ohio, I went. And, people may say, well, Columbus, Ohio, I didn't have nothing. No, it was a very, very big town, very, very gay friendly, super still is.
Yeah. And that's a big change from the Appalachian Mountains.
Oh,
or the foothills. But
I'm here to tell you banjos. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful countryside that I grew up in. Just gorgeous, but not fucking shit to do. Yeah.
Whittle. You could have become a great whittler.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm having a lot of flashback to some strange toys that I remember my dad making. Okay, it's way too early to be crying yet. Okay, all right.
Oh, I should have grabbed tissues.
I'm good. I'm just going to wipe them away.
All right. I had a massage therapist one time that told me not to wipe my tears away, to wipe them in because I had earned them.
Wipe them in?
Yep.
I'm all like, I'm just going to get makeup in my eyes.
Well, that's what I was like, yeah, if I don't have makeup on, that works. But sometimes I'll wipe it and then I'll put it in my chest.
I'm like, okay, let me just...
Because it shook me a little. She was like, you earned those tears. And I was like, I have earned these tears.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes.
Earn those tears.
Yeah.
Here, I'm just going to Yeah, I'll do the same.
Yeah, it kind of like changes the way you think about crying a little bit.
Yeah. Like, no, I'm taking that power back.
Yeah, like I was just like, all right. And then I was like, maybe they're just like washing away my pain. Like, I'm a very big hippie woo girl.
I like the idea, though.
Yeah, I did too.
We take that and, for the next time.
Yeah.
Well, which may be just
Like
a few
5
moments
minutes.
from now.
So were you guys like on the poorer side? What was your like economic situation?
Definitely on the poorer side of things.
Just because I know that's a kind of a less wealthy area of the world.
Yeah, I mean, it was, not unhappily so, but certainly didn't grow up with a lot of extra stuff.
Yeah.
And it was 3 of us kids and 2 parents, which, I gotta say, they were great parents. A little harsh at times when it comes to obedience, etc. And we went to fucking church so much. Jesus.
And were your siblings biological or were they adopted too?
Both of them were biological. Now, sorry, let's have a little sip there. My mom and dad were fostering. Now, this is, what they tell me.
Right.
But also, it's just part of their history as well. They'd been fostering for years. And, I remember my adopted mom telling me that, there were times when she was fostering kids and had been with her for 6, 12 months or more. And, either A, they're going to a different home or they're going back to their biological parents. She said, like, it hurts, it breaks your heart because they become yours.
Yeah.
And when the opportunity to adopt me happened, they were like, yes, let's do that. And again, I'm grateful. I'm very grateful.
Right, of course.
Because knowing I did get to meet my biological mother when I was 18. She reached out because she I'm not sure how long my biological mother was their foster child. But I did get to meet her when I was 18. Legally, in Ohio, you can reach out to your child. And
so did they do a closed adoption then?
No, it was
open.
It was open. Everyone knew.
Right.
And my parents they were always very honest with me that I was adopted. But also, my mother was, adamantly, and said it to me more than once, you're my child.
Right. Yeah.
I'm her baby.
Of course.
I still call her mommy, by the way. I do.
I love that.
I do. She's still my mommy.
Yeah.
Oh, curmudgeonly woman, I love her. If she ever hears this, she'll be like, I am not old.
Oh.
Curmudgeonly, maybe.
But not old. She keeps that face tight.
I love my mom. But also, I'm like, they live in Ohio, and we didn't go back until it was 2024. Or was it last year? I can't remember. Anyway, I finally went home with Charles, my husband.
Was it his first time?
He got to meet them for the first time.
Wow. How long had you been married before?
Oh, we've been married now for. Oh, don't.
I'll edit that out.
We had to edit that. Charles won't. He won't listen. He'll be fine. It's been 6, 7 years. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a whole different story. Anyway. So
we love you, Charles.
Yeah, honey, I love you. So we finally went back, and of course, I was fucking sick the whole time. So I'm like, having to wear a mask around my mother. I couldn't even give her a fucking hug. Anyway, it's all good. But so he finally got to meet Mom and everything, which was great. So
that's nice.
Yeah, because only my brother came out when we got married. Well, my brother and my best friend Jamey.
Oh, nice.
So they both came out. And saw us get married, so yay.
Yay.
Yeah. But, I've lost my train of thought now.
You were saying that we were talking about your mom and that everybody knew that the adoption had happened and that you were your mom's your mom's baby.
So,
and you got to meet your mom when she was 18, when you were 18.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Back to the meeting my biological mother at 18. So, my biological mother reached out to my grandparents, my adoptive grandparents, just kind of testing the waters. And I remember, though, being, 18, and I was still living at home. And I just was like, why would she want to meet me now? It's been 18 fucking years, But, I wasn't really. So I agreed, and I met her, and we the whole big family went out to lunch and all that other stuff. So, and then over time, I kind of got to know her as I was in my mid-20s, early to mid-20s. I got to know her a little bit more. And, that's where that part of the story starts to make more sense about the decisions that were made of why I'm adopted. Certainly, for lack of a better way of saying it, terrible taste in fucking men.
Oh.
I mean, her picker was broken. Oh my goodness. I look back and I remember my last interaction with her was really about, she had asked me to, at the time I was living in Columbus and so was she. And she'd asked me to pick her up and take her to a funeral of an ex-boyfriend who'd been shot and murdered.
Oh, gosh.
And I was like, so, woman, why are you, but this was kind of the MO, just shitty men, just shitty men. And that was kind of it for me. I was like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore.
Right.
So I went no contact with her at that point. I was in my mid-20s.
Did she have addiction problems or just shitty men problems?
She did. Alcohol, I think. I'm not sure if there was anything else.
Right.
But she'd talked to me about having issues with alcohol. So, but, at some point you have to protect yourself and your own well-being. And even at that age, I think I understood that I can't keep doing that.
Yeah. Sometimes the right decision doesn't feel good in the time, but it is the right decision.
Hindsight 2020.
Yeah. But it's amazing that you knew that at 20, that you were like, hey, this is toxic and not good for me. And I need to, that's a smart thing to have as a 20-year-old,
Well, I don't really know if I don't think I fully understood at the time.
Right.
That I was just doing what I needed to do for my own personal well-being. But, you live, you learn. And I don't regret the decision because, that was then and this is now. And yeah, I there's no going back. I don't want to.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's okay to be okay with that. I really believe that. I believe sometimes there are people that you can love and not like, and you can wish them the well, but not, one of my favorite Tupac quotes is, just because I don't want you to eat at my table doesn't mean I don't want you to eat. Go enjoy your life.
Yes.
Good. I wish you all the best. I just don't want to sit with you.
I want the best.
Yeah.
For her.
Yeah.
I don't need to be a part of it though.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And eventually, at that point I was in my mid-20s. I was living in Columbus, Ohio. Oh my God. What? Oh.
I was going to say, you were just fine and flashing it everywhere, weren't you?
I remember I've told Charles this more than once. I'm like, I lived in Columbus, Ohio for so long, and it was such a hoe. They moved the free clinic closer to me.
Girl. Come on.
Everyone have a good laugh at that one.
That is a great fucking line.
But I mean, I lived in Columbus for almost 10 years, I think.
Did you like lap it around?
More than once, honey. More than once.
I love it.
Anyway. And then eventually I just decided I'm gonna I donated the kidney before I left Columbus, though.
Okay. Okay.
We'll get back to the kidney. We'll get back to the kidney.
The kidney's coming.
The kidney's coming. But then at that point, I'm like, if I don't leave, I will never leave this town. I do. I think we've all had those experiences, and if you don't, when you've had those conversations with folks, they shake their head yes, and they're like, yeah, there's a lot of folks we know that, I'm itching right now.
Are you?
I think it's time, but I'm like, I'm in fucking paradise here.
Yeah.
Why would I want to leave this? I got a good man, fabulous apartment. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, wait, I'm unemployed. Never mind. Anyway.
Yeah, but that's just recent. That's just recent, and that'll change.
No, I was 30. Yeah, I was. How long was I?
Well,
anyway?
Plus you needed a new surplus of men.
Honey, when you run out.
Right. It's time to move.
Yes.
They can't move a free clinic into your house.
I moved the dumbest move. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God.
I went to Orlando, Florida.
Oh, why? Were you really into Disney?
No, not even. It was just leaving. I'd gone through a breakup. God, how many Puerto Ricans? Anyway.
How long were you in Orlando?
A year.
Oh.
Just a year, yeah.
You were like, oh, no, the men here aren't what I need?
Well, I mean, the job wasn't, the job sucked, so.
Where did you go from Orlando?
I went from the armpit of the United States to the asshole of the United States, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh.
Yeah,
all
what
right.
a shithole. Do not recommend.
I can't imagine living in Vegas.
It was so hot.
That part wouldn't bother me.
Oh my God. I remember one day I walked outside. I'd gotten a little wasted the night before. I walked outside and went, gone to a market or some fair or something. And I was outside. It was just hot. I could feel my eyeballs burning. I'm like, you know what? Maybe just go inside. You need to drink some water. You're dehydrated. Just go inside. Anyway. But yeah, it was a year in Vegas. And it sucked so bad. It was terrible. Ugh. 0 stars.
Do not recommend.
No. Then I ended up moving to Louisville, Kentucky. I was there for quite a few years. I loved Louisville.
I can picture you in Louisville.
Yeah. It was a great town.
Yeah.
It was also, what was nice was it was just far enough south, so you kind of don't get a lot of, just rarely snow. But then also relatively close to where I grew up, so that I can go home occasionally, every couple of months or so, without it being, an ordeal.
Right.
I mean, I say every couple of months. I don't know how often. I can't remember.
You're like, I actually never went, but I could have.
I was there for quite a few years. But then, whatever, I don't know, that 2009 economic downturn bullshit finally hit me. And it was years after that, to be clear. Oh, my God, I was working like stupid jobs. So many dumb jobs. Anyway.
I love some dumb jobs.
Well, you learn stuff. That's
what I mean.
Yeah.
Like you always pick up like a skill or a thing or a perspective where you're like, I used to do this wild, crazy, stupid job, and now I don't know.
And then ended up eventually moving back in with my brother.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that was a humble moment.
Oh. Back in the foothills?
No,
okay.
he still lives in the burbs of Columbus,
Okay.
Ohio. And so I was living there. I eventually got some PS job, for an engineering firm. But then it was a year. And then all of a sudden this opportunity for the previous job in Emeryville came about, and I moved here.
And what do you do for work for our listeners?
I am lighting design and sales professional.
You are?
Yes.
I know. I was like, oh, he's going to hate my lighting.
It's all fixable. I'm here to fix it. I'm here to fix it.
Yes, we will.
And we'll do it on the cheap, girl.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm still putting the tweaks on the studio. It's coming along.
I'm trying to think about how I can do this.
Yeah.
We'll take photographs later.
Okay.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Yes. So, but I'm here to help.
Yes.
Because I know it's off subject, but this is all part of community. Mm-hmm. And so that's how I know I can contribute well to the community.
Yes, you can.
So
make us all look beautiful.
Yes. Oh, you'll be like, what? Why didn't I do this before?
Because I didn't have you before.
Well, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay. All right.
So back you're living with your brother in the suburbs of Columbus.
And then the opportunity here came up, and I moved to California, and I never... Unless, that's a whole other podcast.
All right.
Unless I'm leaving the United States. No, California it is. I'm staying here.
I love it here.
I do too. I absolutely, and I remember when I first met Charles and we started talking about cohabitation. He's like, oh, we're living in Alameda. I was like, oh, well, why don't we look at Adams Point and in Oakland? No, we're living in Alameda. Okay.
Had he lived here before?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He had, yes. And so, thank you, Charles.
Yes.
I absolutely adore living in Alameda.
I do too.
So close to everything.
Yeah.
But also slightly removed.
Mm-hmm. And I never go to everything. I could. That's one of my goals for 2026.
That is a whole different conversation about bitches, are we living the island today or not?
Yeah. It's, like I was saying something last night. One of the guys was like, oh, have you ever been to this place in San Francisco or this place? And I was like, no. And I was like, can we just stop this? Like, I go to like one place in San Francisco and then I come home. Like, that's it. I don't know. I was like, it's terrible. I'm like, it's my goal for 2026 to spend more time. Like, I'll go to Oakland more, but like,
yes.
I'm like, there's so many great places in SF that I never go to.
Oh my gosh. And I even still.
And it's not far at all.
What did I do? It was a week or so ago. I was taking advantage of like the last day almost that I could use my membership for the DeYoung.
Oh.
Our friend Amanda got us tickets for Christmas for last year for the DeYoung and Legion of Honor. And I decided, I was like, oh, I'm just going to go by myself. Going to go to the DeYoung.
Yeah.
They have a ongoing manga exhibit, which, I'm not even a manga fan, but
yeah, it's still beautiful to go see.
It's still beautiful. Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point of art.
Yeah.
So,
I love art.
But then, what did I do? The same shit I always fucking do. I go from there, and then I'm like, oh, let me go down to the Castro. I always go to Moby Dick.
Okay.
The Moby Dick bar, have a cocktail, and then come home. I'm all like, that's it. That was the day.
That sounds like a nice day. I'm failing to see the problem in that day. You got off the island, you saw art, you went to a great bar.
I didn't try anything different.
Oh. So next time we have to stop at a different bar and then come home.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, actually, no, I did try a different bar.
Oh, see? You're selling yourself short,
I
man.
I went, what do we call, no, what's it called? Sorry.
It used to be called something else.
No, I call it the Glass Coffin. What is that bar called?
I don't know.
That's so wrong.
The Glass
Sorry.
Coffin. Are their customers all really old?
Well, no,
It's like God's waiting room?
It was one of the first gay bars in San Francisco that had windows.
Oh.
And so...
That makes the Glass Coffin have a whole new meaning.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. It's a great t-shirt.
Oh, but what is it? I can't. Anyway, It doesn't matter what it's called. So, I went there.
There you go.
I did do something.
You did do something good.
Yes.
Yeah. See?
Yeah. Okay.
Look at you.
Sure.
And by yourself. That's amazing.
But
I mean, a lot of people don't do things by themselves. And when I realized that, I was like ever?
you know, it's interesting because you were. I was doing research,
Oh.
so I listened to your conversation with Steve.
Oh, yes.
And you were talking about that, and I'm like, yeah, there have been times in life where, like, oh, you don't want to do it, and you just push through,
Right?
Because what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, but I mean, I get it because it's hard. Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's really hard. And I make sure, I think what we were talking about is like, I learned about exposure therapy really young.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, that's the only way through. Like, you just have to fucking suck it up and run through that wall. Like, and it sucks. But like, yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
And like, start small and then like build on it.
Yeah. I think to myself about, just networking and things like that for business. And
that gives me more anxiety than doing something by myself.
Well, I mean, I'm not a big fan because, you're out there glad-handing motherfuckers you don't know and don't give two fucks about.
Right. And that don't give two fucks about you.
No. But yet here we are. Mm-hmm. I gotta do that business. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll do it. It's fine. Yeah. But then
you're good at it.
I need... but then I need, a little time to recover afterward. Because I'm like, I think more than anything else for me, it's about being fake. I don't really like to be fake.
I don't either.
I think that there's a way to approach doing that with some more authenticity.
That's probably what makes you better at it or good at it because and it's probably why you're a little drained is because you are showing up as yourself.
Well, but because I've seen it. We all see those people that are like overly, hey, great to see you. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah. Sometimes I want, sometimes I know, because I am like a very joyous person. And sometimes I have my days where I'm just like, yeah, what's up? But most of the time I am so genuinely, I'm like a golden retriever at times, you know what I mean? Like, I'm so happy to see people. I just love people.
But the people you know.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
Not fucking strangers.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, not strangers. Especially when it comes to networking things. Not necessarily strangers, but they're just acquaintances.
Yes, they're work people.
Yeah, they're not people that you're going to go hang out with on the regular. Yeah. By choice.
Right, yeah. I'm not super excited to see them. Like when I run into you and Charles, I am genuinely super excited to run into you guys. When I run into, I don't know, Schmo over there, I'm like, yeah, what's up?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, though, too, because, in your conversation with Steve, we were talking about, and this was kind of an island thing that I was kind of seeing that I wanted to touch on about, there's Park Street, there's Webster, there are these little spots kind of in between, like not
Benton's.
Benton's, sorry.
Yeah, Z's is fine.
I'm old, I forget.
You're not that
renamed,
old.
Honey. It's been renamed.
Yes.
That, even on the island, there's just such a distinction of space geographically that, I'm like, We rarely go to the fireside.
Right. Well, it's across the island.
Yeah.
Yeah, people would be like, "Oh, I don't go over that
so
side."
Far away. So far away.
What's the island, like 6 miles across?
Teeny tiny.
Yeah.
Fucking island.
I walk from my house, which is on one end of the island, too lucky sometimes.
No,
and it's
is
far.
proper exercise.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Some days when I really don't want to walk, I'm like, okay, I will walk to 13 and get like either a drink to see whoever's there, or like I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna walk over and get a burger from Scolari's, and then like I'll walk home, like because now I've earned that burger.
Girl, you've earned more than that fucking burger.
Not yet. I still have a tummy, so not yet.
Oh,
yeah, but we're getting there. But yeah, but people don't. They'll be like, oh, I don't go to Park Street, or I don't go to Webster Street.
Yeah.
Like that's the other side of the island.
Like, we don't go to Bay Farm. Where the fuck goes the Bay Farm?
Well, that's not even Alameda.
Oh, fuck.
That's a controversial thought.
Oh, here we go.
Leave me alone, peeps. I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. There will be no further discussion. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so back to the kidney.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Now that I just got all of Alameda mad at me.
We've got... Well, they're pissed. Okay, they'll get over it.
It's fine. It's fine.
So, I was like 30, I think. I was still living in Columbus when the doctors told my dad that he really needed to start the search. And my brother wasn't a candidate because he already has the same fucking disease.
So is it a genetic disease?
It is
then?
a genetic disease, and your children are about 50% chance of getting it. And so throughout my dad's side of the family, it's devastated.
Yeah.
He's got an uncle that just died horribly. Oof. Either his mom or his dad, my grandma and grandpa, either one of them had it. Mm-hmm. We don't know which one. They both died relatively young.
Mm-hmm. And back then there wasn't genetic testing.
Yeah, no.
They were just,
yeah. So, but, and my sister, she just had a kid, and she wasn't in the shape to be donating. I don't think she was a good match either. Mm. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll get checked out. Thinking, well, this will come
like
to
it's
nothing.
An easy out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not, that's a wrong way of saying that. But
no, you can say it. It's fine with me. And then they're like, actually, yeah. Now I do remember the different physicians saying to me, this is extremely rare. Mm. That they call it a tissue match.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure what that means, but that I was a good tissue match and viable. Mm-hmm. And so I was like...
And that's like a huge, like when you're like, oh yeah, everyone's like, oh, I mean, you can get tested, but you're not going to be a match.
Yeah.
You're going in like, this is no big like thing. Yeah. So then to have like find out you're a match has to be like a world rocking, like now.
Fuck me.
Yeah. And like now, how do you not give it? Well, like it feels like, in a way, it feels like, do they find out you're a match or do you just find out? So
no, I guess I can't remember, honestly.
Yeah.
If they kind of just came to me first, or I can't remember.
Yeah.
Because, if you're coming forward, you're willing to go through the process.
Right.
And, wow, it was... And you go through a lot of testing, by the way. I want to be abundantly clear. Like, they are running you through it. I didn't know what all these machines were that I was getting tested on. It was MRIs and CAT scans and X-rays. Oh, yeah. It was craziness.
Yeah.
And it was months of preparation before the surgery even happened.
Right. Because you have to get, now, like, do they switch you into, like, getting your body ready to be harvested?
Ish, yeah. But also, even with my dad, they were doing the same thing.
Right.
So
trying to make sure that if they're going to take something out of you and put it in him, it will work.
Yeah. And so So we were in the hospital. I was in the hospital for almost a week. He was out about a day before I was.
Okay.
So they do it laparoscopically, which means they go in under the belly button. They're puffing up your abdomen. Abdomen.
Yep.
Yeah. I can talk. Abdomen. And, light abdomen. So there's like, 2 little incisions on the side of the belly and then one underneath the belly button. They've faded lovingly over time.
That's good.
But it hurt so fucking bad. Like, if anyone tells you it's not a big deal, that's a lie. It's major surgery.
Yeah.
It is major fucking surgery. And I would so do it again for my father. He had 11 great years. Yeah, 10 great years.
Still, it's a decade that you gave him.
And I would do it again.
Yeah.
And to be clear, it wasn't just for my dad. It was for my mom, too.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
All right, a little wine.
Drink time. But it does affect your body.
Yeah,
And
I can imagine you're living with a lot of side effects or
complications. You can live with one kidney just fine. To be clear, yes. But if you abuse your body like I've abused mine over the years, then it's a little bit more difficult, You've got a little extra weight. I do enjoy a glass or 2 of vino, etc. So, you have to kind of manage your life a little bit. And it's been, at different points, a little bit of a challenge. But you can live a normal life. But it changes your body.
Of course.
It changes your body.
You're changing the way your body operates and you're removing a whole part of it.
Yeah, it changes your body. I would say if you're going to do it, do it for someone that you love.
Right.
Yeah. Do it for someone you love. That's what's important.
Right.
And
if you don't drink, you can do it for a stranger. No.
Oh, fuck them strangers. Good God. Oh. Now, when my brother, I don't know if my brother also had his kidney. He's also had his done as well.
Okay, has one of them replaced?
Yes. But I can't remember if it was his friend did it, but there might have been a swap.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you've ever heard about the swapping things.
I have a doctorate in Grey's Anatomy.
Oh. Okay, cheers then. You've seen the episode. Well, cheers. Yeah. All right then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And did you ever see the Grey's Anatomy episode where they have like a 6-patient swap?
I was actually just gonna fucking tell you that. Though I've never seen that episode.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, it's really great.
Yes.
I think it's a 2-episode arc or something. Yeah. But they have like 6, like it's like directed kidneys going to this person to that person, and
yeah. So you can, one person donates theirs to this other person, though they don't know them,
right? Because
their loved one has donated their kidney to
their other loved one
person. It's swap.
Yeah,
it's wonky, but where we did ours at Ohio State University Medical Center, which is one of the premier places to have that done in the United States, by the way.
Well, at least you had that going for you.
Yes, they've actually done, I think, up to 6 or 8.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh.
It's a lot of personalities.
That's a lot of fucking people to deal with. That's a lot of doctors.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
Everything.
That's a lot of everything. Ooh. I mean, even with my dad and I can't remember. I had 2 or 3 doctors talking to me. I think he had 3 or 4. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
But and also like the anxiety and the stress you're going through, and you're saving someone that you know and appreciate, like you know what I mean? Like you're doing something for someone that you love because you want to make sure that they stay around. That has like a whole bunch of emotional impact. But then to be doing that, but doing it for a stranger, so that stranger then is saving your person's, like the mind fuckery and the mental gymnastics that you must have to go through.
I don't know. I think to myself, wow. Which, and then kind of brings me back to, my parents to begin with. And, I look at the reality of my birth, and if they had not adopted me, then I would not have had that opportunity to give my father a kidney. We saved each other. I know it. I know it. This is one of those few times that I think to myself that I believe in a higher power. Because had it not been for them, I would be dead. I am certain of it. If I had stayed with my biological mother, her shitty fucking taste in men inevitably would have led some man to abuse me. I would have not survived that. I know that. I know that. My parents saved me. They did. I know it. But then, it's so many feels because, so many feels. It is an ongoing thing in which I'm trying to figure out in my life because therapy is fucking expensive. And reconciling in my head the realities of both my childhood and my adult life. And I remember saying to a therapist once, my deep feelings of being abandoned by my biological mother when I was super young, but then being abandoned by my parents, my adopted parents, as an adult, because they didn't want to deal with me being gay. Some of that's certainly on me. And maybe all of it is. I don't know.
Well, I mean, can you say more about that? Because, I was going to ask earlier if they were super religious, if they had a problem with when you came out, or and what did that do? Because you must have come out at an early age.
I didn't.
You didn't?
No. I didn't come out until... Oopsie. Sorry. Plot twist. I didn't come out until we found out that I was a match.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
It's late. So...
Were you just hiding it the whole time, or were you pretending? Or were you just kind of asexual?
I think we were all fucking pretending. Oh, please. I wasn't asexual.
No, I meant
She was a hoe.
No, yeah. I meant like in their eyes. Like, did you like pretend to have girlfriends, or did you just pretend not to have a sex life around them? I know you're having your own life, but was it something you just never addressed?
Oh goodness! There's just so much there that they had all the evidence. They just chose to ignore it. They didn't want to know. They didn't want to know.
Right.
I mean, I remember when I was in college, I was bringing my first boyfriend home. Locking the door. Oh, sorry.
This is my friend.
This is my friend.
We like to color together.
Yeah. Anyway. Thanks, Julia. But, and over the years, they met a few guys, but they just didn't want to know. And I don't know. I think I should have tried. I should have. There's a word.
Yeah,
should
I fucking hate that word.
It's that looking back part that you think to yourself, how could I have done this differently and had better outcomes? I am quite honestly unsure. I don't know if things would have gone as well if I had come out to my parents years before, when I was much younger. I don't know. I just don't know.
Well, because it could have fractured it to the point that you weren't then even willing to see if you were a donor. Like at least
have gotten, yes.
Yeah, like at least when you were both kind of just ignoring the issue, you could still pretend everything's okay, and you could still pretend whatever you needed to get through that.
Yeah.
But because if they had rejected you at an earlier age, then you might not have been there for that.
That is a distinct possibility. I don't know. But things happened the way that they did. And I think we're all lucky for it. Now, to be clear, initially things didn't go well. And there was a time, the bullshit things that parents tell their children. We love you. But. And so, even before that, though, there was a lot of time that I just didn't. There was a lot of my life that they weren't included in because they didn't want to fucking know and I didn't want to fucking tell them.
Right.
And so I didn't, and they didn't. And, those were choices that we both made.
Yeah.
I remember when I did finally tell them, my mom was shocked. My dad said to me, I thought I knew. I kind of knew. I'm like, well, now you know.
Right.
But, I look back on that. I'm like, man, did I spring that on them because I thought I had an upper leg or on the whole situation? Like, that I could have, I don't know.
I can't, just thinking about it, like, also, if you're going to do this thing that puts your life in, it forever changes your life, they should know who you are fully before you, like, I could see why you would want to be like, I'll do this, but like, I'm going to do this as me.
You need to know.
Yeah, like you need to know me if I'm going to do this. Yeah. Like, and you need to accept, I could see why you would do that. Absolutely.
Yeah. It was, but even afterward, it was a lot of years of, not really talking about it, but then there were also, there wasn't any significant man in my life to make it worth my while to really say, hey, okay, look, okay, there's a man, and, unfortunately my father died, before Oh, gosh. Did I? I'm
Blah,
trying
blah.
to remember. I'm sorry. It's been a minute.
You're like, how old am I really?
I might have met Charles like a little bit before my dad died. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But, my dad did know him.
Right.
But it was a little rough at points because, Mom, when I told my brother that Charles and I were getting married, and I said, hey, I want to invite Mom to the wedding. Oh, I get it. The wedding's out here. Like, it's California. Like, girl's never been on a commercial airline before.
Oh, wow.
And she was just like, no, I don't approve. I don't approve. It broke my heart.
Yeah, of course.
This is the man I love. And so it was a little rough at first. But, I told my brother, I'm like, that's her decision. She can disapprove all she wants. Still getting married.
Right.
Still my life. Mm-hmm. Our lives, I should say. But it's been a dramatic 360 over the years. She's sends cards, always asks about how Charles is doing.
She evolved.
She did, very much so. I think because she knew she had to.
Well, yeah, if she wants to have you, she needs to have all of you. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, I think if you're given, the certain choices as an adult when it comes to your parents and the decisions that you make about your own life and how you want to live it, do what you think is best for you and understand that if it really is the best thing for you, they will come around. Yeah.
And it doesn't make it any less hard and hurtful, because it's hurtful to have someone that you love be like, well, I don't approve of it. Like, okay. And also, like, why do you think you get to approve or disapprove of my life? Like, I don't approve or disapprove of yours.
But, I mean, I a lot of disapproval of.
But you're not telling her, like, I'm not going to talk to you if you make this decision.
Well,
That's what I mean by the disapproval. Let me clarify. Let's judge some shit, but like.
Yeah. I remember when Dad was in hospice. He was in at-home hospice. He was. The realities of receiving a kidney is that you have to be on all this medication. So anti-rejection medication is brutal. It beats your body up. And sooner or later, your body just can't handle the bullshit that the anti-rejection medication does to you. He ended up getting cancer. He went through treatment, etc. Again, back at Ohio State University Medical Center. Mm-hmm. God, I fucking hate that place. Mm-hmm. If I never see it again, I'm happy. Mm. But went through it, came out on the other side, and then it came back. And he made some decisions. He didn't want to do that again. And I respect that because, and again, to each their own when it comes to making those decisions about your own life and how you want to live it and how you want to live it well.
Yeah.
I remember my dad, it was their 50th wedding anniversary. Mm-hmm. And my sister and so many other people, my brother, my mom, kind of threw a big party for my parents because they knew that, this was it.
Right.
And we made a decision to not continue any treatment. So, sorry, I'm having a little flashback there, and I remember something else. The church that we went to as a child, there was a big celebration there as part of the whole, it was a celebration of my father's life.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of people there. And it is a reminder to me that everybody loved my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so. He was respected. Very well respected. Very loved. Yeah, very much so. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
There were so many people there. I also remember, too, that church held a lot of trauma. Holding in years of being gay in that little last church. Yeah, I remember being there. That was the last time I was there. And I was like, I can't sit here any longer. I had to walk outside more than once. Because the memories of being there and being that little kid and trying not to be gay. Yeah. It was hard. But also, I was there for my dad.
Right.
But wow. It's interesting how your triggers just really hit you when you least expect it. And I still very vividly remember being in that space and going, yeah, I can't do this. So it's a lot of things.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm still still trying to grasp, and I'm going to say it. I think religion just damages people. I do. I think if it's foisted upon you and you're forced to do it, and you are told from an early age that you are less than, that you are not worthy, that you're just a terrible human, then, and you hear it. I mean, it's inevitable. It's evangelical Christianity. It is, that pervasive, this is the only way to really follow a very straight path towards enlightenment or whatever it is, being saved.
Yeah, your salvation depends on you doing these 5 things. Yeah.
Yes, and all of that, and hearing, consistently. I mean, not necessarily straight from my parents, but hearing it from the pulpit by a preacher, etc., about sexuality as a sin.
Yeah. What never made sense to me was, if God created everything and God doesn't make mistakes, then God created gay people, and so gay people are perfect. Like, because God creates everything, and okay, and because I remember at a young age having that conversation with one of the priests in the Catholic Church and being like, all right, but time out, I got questions.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm supposed to love everything because God created everything, and everything is so God created gay people because it's not a choice. It's just how you are.
Yeah.
Why are they not, welcomed in your church? And I remember him being like, well, and I'm like, all right, if you can't answer that question, then I feel like the rest of your shit's kind of bullshit. Because if he created everything and everything is perfect, I don't understand why you think that there's some other logic for this one little percentage of people. And
then it really sort of starts to break down from there about, how do you defend something that's so defenseless?
Right.
I don't have answers for that because I don't need to. I'm not here to defend myself.
Yeah.
I'm living my life and I'm happy and unapologetically so. I'm just happy. And I think, you know, I mean, where do you go from, I just keep coming back to the same, just thought. All religion is a cult. I know that is a statement.
Yeah. But it's one I completely agree with.
But also, as someone who grew up in that environment, you know, I know people may be like, well, but you also just said earlier about how you know, you didn't think of a higher power, but yet you have a situation in your life in which you actually think that there is a higher power. These are two different things.
Right.
I want to be abundantly clear that religiosity, which is, it's religion that's just, it's the bullshit.
Yeah.
I think to myself growing up, the sheer amount of dumb stuff. I went to church 3 fucking times a week.
It's a lot
It
of
was
church.
Brutal.
It's a lot of church.
Oh. Even Jesus was like, no.
Even Jesus was like, I said one day a week.
Why are we doing twice on Sunday and once on a Wednesday?
Oh, gosh.
Ugh.
Got to get both those homilies in.
Oh my God. But, I look back on that, but also there's just so much attached to, when I was talking before about my parents really gave me a safe space. But yet, they gave me fucking different shit.
Right.
It's weird, and it's, I'm 52 now. I'm still unraveling the fucked upness of it all.
Yeah.
In that I am grateful. I'm pissed.
Yeah.
All at the same time. And it is it's just completely possible to be all those things.
Yes. It's like the multidimensional of being a person.
Yeah.
Like multiple things can be true at the same time, even when they're in like congruence of each other.
It is. I don't know. I'm just struggling right now emotionally. I was, a year or so ago, I was really trying to kind of dig a little deeper in therapy. And then I started getting the bills. Thanks, Kaiser.
I want to be healthy, but not that healthy. All right, wait, I got to
Jesus.
take a quick time out because I have to pee
Okay,
really bad.
cheers. Okay.
Okay. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
So we were just talking about you being in therapy and Kaiser being expensive.
Yeah, I'm, and at this point, I'm really trying to kind of figure out myself. There's a lot of anger. There's still so much anger. I'm like, okay, how do I move forward and deal with, the ideologies of, okay, you feel abandoned, at different points in your life. But I wasn't abandoned.
Right.
That's the thing, is that, but also kids are kids. you go through a lot of stuff. I'm not here to dismiss my feelings. I'm here just trying to figure out what's the next step, Like, yeah, okay, this is the life. This is the life I'm living. How do I move forward and do better and be better? Because the anger's not helping me.
Right.
I think, honestly, part of it is re-engaging with my adoptive mother. I mean, we talk. We don't talk too much. We talk a bit. But really, re-engaging with her and really trying to, go that route. She's getting a bit older now. And I live in California and she lives in Ohio.
How long did you go in between when you were in your 20s and you were kind of like no contact? How long did you go before you
there
got...
would be months.
So you still kind of stayed in contact with her?
Yeah.
You never went truly no contact?
Yeah, wasn't really no contact.
You just kind of distanced yourself?
Yeah, with my adoptive parents. Yeah. I remember they would just randomly call at points. I'd be like, just making sure you're okay. I'm like, I'm fine.
Oh, that's really sweet, though.
Yeah. But, what am I, it's funny. I don't know. I have a lot of feelings because I should have come out sooner to them. I really should have done that. But hindsight 2020 is just that.
Yeah, and
you're looking in the rearview mirror, honey. Stop.
Yeah. And I'll say to people, like, sometimes I'll be like just shaking my head and Sandy or someone will be like, what's the matter? I'm like, I'm just shitting all over myself. Yeah. And they're like, what? I'm like, I'm just thinking about all the things I should have done differently and I'm like, I'm just hurting my own feelings at this point and I need to get out of my head or I'll be like, I don't know why. I'm just now reliving like the whole, whatever incident in my life and what I should have done. And I'll randomly just be like behind the bar doing something else, and you can just completely see like my whole like kind of mood change because I've just now thought about like how I should have made a different decision when I was 19. Like, yeah. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, I don't know what, like I gotta shake this off. Like
I was sharing earlier with Charles today. We're sitting on the balcony because it was sunny.
It was beautiful today.
Oh, thank God the sun's back. Fuck the rain. And I was sharing with Charles about an incident in which was minor. But yet, I was running it through my head in the worst case scenarios and going, oh my God, why am I doing this to myself?
Yeah.
Because it was so not important with people who didn't give a damn what had happened, who never mentioned it to me again. And I told him, I said, I remember I had to kind of do a sort of, but what's the best case scenario? And I had to insert that into the whole thing to disrupt that spiral. And so this is the weird thing I'm learning now is you can, if you make a concerted effort, you've got to brace yourself for, you're having those thoughts. Don't let them control you.
Yeah.
Introduce new stuff in there. Best case scenario. I just saw it the other day. I was at Instagram post or something. I'm like, okay. Let me do that. Let me do that. And it's honestly been a little helpful.
Good. Good. Yeah. So. I saw probably the same post, something about like, if you can overthink in all the bad ways, then you need to overthink in all the good ways.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, amen to that. Like, that is never my default. My default is always like catastrophic.
Oh my gosh. I can the world is going to end. Well, let's not talk about
Right,
it.
yeah. The world is a dumpster fire right
Oh,
now.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But yeah, and I think it is. I used to not believe in child psychology. Like, I used to be like, no, like, shit happens when you're a kid and then you get over it and you grow out of it. And then, like, you don't. And then I saw something that was like, a girl will tell you, like, her dog reacts like that because of something that happened when it was 5 weeks old. And it's, like, 7. And it's like, oh, yeah, sorry, my dog hates people because one time when it was 5 weeks old, someone kicked it. And it's like, but then it will be like, oh, no, I don't have any childhood trauma. I'm fine.
Yeah.
And they were like, if you can make an excuse for your dog but not yourself, it's a problem.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's just hurtful.
Yeah. And so that's part of, I'm still trying to figure out I think it's the religion more than anything else.
Yeah.
That was the trauma.
Yeah.
Because the parents really weren't the trauma. They were.
They're like a symptom of it.
They were just doing what they were taught, you know? So they didn't know. It's not them.
Right.
But still, I'm like, oh my God. It's parsing, amongst all of that to figure out, what that anger really is. It's that it's a childhood that could have been different. It's a missed opportunities as a little gay boy to have been fabulous. And we see, kids these days who are living much more authentically in themselves. And I'm so happy to see it because that little boy really could have used those opportunities to really be himself.
Right.
Yeah. I think, wow, but I'm happy now to be an adult living authentically as who I am. Yeah,
but I imagine but there's still this part of you that wonders, like, who could you have been if you could have always lived like that? If you didn't feel like you needed to hide a part of yourself, or if the place that you went 3 days a week wasn't telling you that you were going to hell just for existing.
And
that is a heavy thing.
It was a lot of years of kind of really, actually, I spent my 20s just being a hoe, so I was really kind of burying it all at that point.
Well, yeah, when you're being a hoe, like, you're out there distracting yourself every night with something new and shiny.
Yeah. And so that's really what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a lot of harm in that in itself. And a lot of years of just, wow, unfulfilled and unhappy. And hey, don't get me wrong. Look, have your hoe phase, but don't let it be fuck a decade.
Just like 5 years then.
I'm not really sure what a good hoe face is.
What is the correct length of a hoe face?
That's actually a really great question.
Isn't it?
Though.
Yeah, it is.
That's a great question. How long? Because, you really should just get out there and do it.
Yeah.
But don't prolong the craziness, because it wasn't just being a hoe. It wasn't just being promiscuous. It was also the drama and the bars and and the men, that weren't worth my attention.
Right.
I'm quite certain it wasn't worth theirs either. But what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I was, you're in your 20s, just have some fun. But also, I could have skipped some of that. Cheers.
Yeah.
Because I look back now and think, again, it's a hindsight 2020 thing where, but, what are you going to do?
Right. And we all have those moments.
Yeah.
You know, like if someone doesn't have those moments, like, have you really lived? You know what I mean? Like if someone's like, oh yeah, there's nothing that I look back at now and think, oh, that's why I was doing that. Or like, oh, I was running from that, so I was running towards that. Like,
Yeah.
If you don't have those moments, I don't know if you've really like struck out and lived life.
You know, then I guess then it's a question of what is your life experience if you haven't
Yeah.
if you haven't really, if you don't fuck up and find out, then you don't find out.
Right. Like you just existing through, and you're like, everything's always been just okay. I think that's a sadder existence than being like, oh, there was some things, I was having a good time, but when I look back on why I was doing it, like, not the best reasons, but fuck, it was fun.
Oh, goodness. You know, when I made the joke earlier about, about the free clinic moving closer to me, it was also true. But, oh my God, I just remember so many times, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm blessed to have missed that one, to not have become HIV positive or anything. But girl, she was dancing with the devil way too much.
You were playing roulette, basically.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. All the time.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky. Lucky. But, I look back on so much of the 90s, mid 90s. I was like, oh, girl. Yeah. But I don't, but also like, I can't, living a life of regrets is fucking pointless.
Right.
Because that was a life I've lived.
Right.
I live. And if you're going to say, oh, I would have done things differently here or there, okay. But also, how different would your life be right now if you'd made those decisions then? So, if you're going down that path, realize that that path leads on a lot of different directions that may not be to where you are right now.
Right.
So, appreciate the right now for what it is.
Yeah.
Because otherwise,
yeah.
What else do you have?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm so happy in my life right now. And like me 6 years ago, 10 years ago, would have never even dreamt of the life that I live now. Like it wouldn't have seemed like anything that would have been possible. And I sometimes think like, what if I made different decisions so I could have gotten here sooner? And then I think that version of me couldn't have gotten here sooner.
How long have you been here in California now?
It'll be 6 years in February.
Now, have you lived... Oh, I'm sorry.
No, please.
Wait.
No, ask away.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
Have you lived in other places other than Massachusetts?
Yeah. When I was 23, I moved out of Boston for the first time. My now ex-husband, then boyfriend, and I moved to Arizona because I wanted to get out of Boston. My family's big, and like I couldn't go anywhere without being related to someone, or someone there knew someone that I like knew my family. And like strangers would sometimes walk up to me and be like, "Oh, you're this or that," and I'd be like, "What?" And they'd like know my family, and I'd be like, "Who? Like why?" And I always felt like I was being watched in some ways. And so, and then like, it just felt very suffocating.
Big Irish Catholic family.
Like I always joke that if I wrote a book, it would be called My Four Mothers. Because my mom has 3 sisters. Okay. And they're all super tight. Like they spend all of, like, I've never been to a vacation with my parents that one of their sisters probably didn't show up on. until I was like in my late 30s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like my mom and her sister, one of her older sister, had never spent a Christmas apart until COVID.
Wow.
Yeah, like they live a mile and a half away from each other. Most of them live within 45 minutes of each other.
Yeah.
Like they are super close. And she's got 4 brothers. And then my dad has 6 sisters and 6 brothers. Well, now it's like 7 brothers, but he grew up as one of 13.
Oh.
And like we did family dinners all the time. So like until I was in my 20s, I saw all of my family weekly, if not bi-weekly. So like everyone's opinions were like
coming at you.
Yeah. And like everybody felt like their opinion meant more than someone else's opinion. And like, you got to listen to me or you got to do this. Or so it was very much like everyone's ruling in on your life all the time.
Now, are both sides of the family Irish?
Irish Canadian.
Wow.
Like my dad's mom came down from Canada when she was like 15.
Yeah.
But the rest of my family, like my grandparents grew up in Boston and their parents and grandparents were from either Ireland or Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of them went from Ireland to Canada and then to Boston.
Yeah.
So, like, my parents have never lived outside of the city of Boston. They've lived in the same 5 square miles their entire life.
Wow. Yeah. My mother's lived in the same house for the vast majority of her life.
Yeah.
My parents bought that house from my grandparents.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There's something very sweet to me about that. Like, it's just, there's something sweet about it. I don't want to do that,
No.
obviously.
Yeah.
So I left Boston the first time when I was 23. And then at 25, we moved to the town my ex-husband was from. It's a really small town in upstate New York.
Okay.
Like 1 stoplight, 2 prisons.
Yeah.
Like
1 stoplight, 2 prisons. Guess where you working?
Yeah, most of the guys or people that we knew worked at the prisons, or the prisons or the railroad is where they all worked.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. And it was idyllic. It was, we bought a house that his grandfather had built. His grandfather and great uncle built, and his great aunt and great uncle lived in it until we bought it. Yeah. And it was next door to the house that his grandfather built and lived in, and his dad grew up in. Like, it was very small town.
But history, but also there's a lot of expectations.
Oh, yeah. When we moved there, he started to tell me, like, I had to act different. Like, someone cut me off in line at the grocery store, and I said something, and he's like, you can't say anything. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, that person is so-and-so's mother. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't care. They were just fucking rude. And he's like, you can't talk like that. Like, you have to understand you're moving here. Like, you have to change how you... And I'm like, I'm not changing who I am. Which was probably my first red flag that I just ignored and was like, that's fine. But yeah, like...
How old were you when you guys got together?
Early 20s. We were friends before we dated. And then we started dating, and then we got engaged on our 10-year anniversary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We then at that point lived in 3 different states together. And
wow.
Yeah, we bought the house in New York.
So you really experience a lot of life in other places.
Yeah. I had always, like, my goal was always to make it to California. And when I was little, I went to New York City when I was like 15 or 16 for the first time. And I was like, I love it. I used to always say, I'm going to live in New York one day. And then when I moved to New York, upstate New York, I have a picture, actually. That picture of my grandmother is sitting at the island in my kitchen in New York.
Yeah.
And she had just taken a sip of her drink and put it down and looked at me and goes, should have been more specific about living in New York, huh? And I was like, bitch.
Damn, woman. Okay.
I was like, I mean, she's not wrong, because she came up and we drove around my town and she was looking at me like, what are you doing? Like, where are you living? And at that point, she already had kind of some dementia.
Yeah.
But she still was like, this is not where you should be living.
Oh.
And she was not wrong, but it was a really small town. It was like, there was 1 black family in the whole town.
Oh, girl, that sounds like where I grew up.
And then, like, when I made friends with one of the girls that worked at the pizza shop, my former father-in-law was like, you had to find the 1 lesbian to be friends with. And I was like, yeah, have you met me? Like,
yeah. This is it.
Like,
oh, my God.
Yeah. It was...
So, how long were you guys together?
We were together for 17 years. Wow. Married for 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I this is one of those moments where I'm like, I knew when we were getting married that things had gone sour kind of already, but I thought he really wanted to get married and like maybe this would fix everything. But there's a couple times, and I sometimes feel like an asshole, but I'm like, I knew that day that we should not be doing this.
Wow.
And I was in love and was like, this will help fix things and it will. And it just made it worse. Yeah. It was really terrible. Like,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I wish I had had the balls. Like, that's when I get into my shoulding. I should have trusted that instinct. I should have known that it wasn't going to fix things. But there was a part of me that honestly believed it would.
Yeah.
And I think I was in love and I wanted it to be different. And it wasn't. He wanted different things. And, we had always talked about not having kids and he really wanted kids.
Oh.
And it was something like all the time I would check in on. Like, listen, if you change your mind, like, no harm, no foul. Like, I'll help you find a chick that you want to, like, marry and have kids with. Yeah. Like, we've always been friends. Let's keep it. Like, but I don't want to have them.
Yeah.
And then when I couldn't, and we had a couple of miscarriages and things, and I was like, I'm not doing, like, this is not what I signed up for. I'd always said I wasn't.
Also, it's just, a miscarriage is
devastating.
It's just, it's hard. It's so hard because... you've made that commitment to try and be there and do it. And then when it doesn't happen.
Yeah. And then there's like this weird guilt that you have that you're almost relieved.
How's this fucking my fault?
Right. And then for me, there was this weird relief.
Oh, wow.
Because like
because I didn't want to do this anyway.
Yeah. And so then I was like, am I causing this? Like, am I rejecting it? Like, and then am I supposed to be a mom and I'm not going to be? And it was like a whole mindfuck that it was really just like, and I had always said when I was young, like, I don't want to have kids, but maybe eventually I would foster or adopt or like, I'm like, and people would be like, you'll regret it. I'm like, how would I regret it? If I want a kid, there's plenty out there to go find and love.
There's plenty.
Like, you can pick one up kind of on any corner.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, well, to be clear, it's
way
super
more hard.
Fucking difficult these days to just pick one up.
Right. But like when I was like a little kid, I was just like, yeah, there's kids that are in orphanages. Like, have you ever seen Annie? Like, you can just swing by and grab one. Like, to me, it was just like very logical. Like, I remember just being so like that's probably when I should have noticed I was on the spectrum. You can just go get one.
I remember when I first met Charles and, we're dating and, I'm, early 40s at that point. I'm like, no, I don't want kids. I don't want kids. And, at the time, he kind of expressed some interest in having children, but, now that we're older and married and, like, kids are fucking expensive.
Yeah, they are.
Ew. We just saw our neighbors who have, it's an interesting thing because I'm not a fan of kids. I'm not. But this child, this child is adorable.
Oh, was it giving you the feels?
Oh my God, every time I see her.
Interesting.
Like, yeah, I know. And I tell them. I tell her parents. I'm like, yeah, I get a little, I don't know. I even as a cisgendered man, I'm like, I feel like even though I don't have ovaries, I'm like, you're just squeezing my fucking ovaries, you little bitch. Like,
you're like, wait, can I guarantee to get one like that? Because then I might rethink this.
No, they're not. Oh my God. Kids are. Sorry, I was going to say a really bad word that we would have to edit out later, so we will not do that. But
you can swear on here.
No, I know. I've done plenty of that already, but, certain words.
Oh,
I don't say. Anyway. But yeah, no, this child is fabulous and wonderful, but don't give her too much sugar. Oh. Don't give her too much sugar. She gets a little bonkers
crazy
after a while. Charles loves to give her sugar. Like, what are you doing? Stop giving her so much sugar. Her parents don't give her that much sugar. Stop that.
Mm.
But yeah, it's interesting because as I've interacted with our friends or his friend, family, etc., that have younger children, I mean, our nieces and nephews on his side of the family are, they're 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, they're getting a little older now. So now they're a lot more fun to interact with because they're cool. When I first got to know them, I was like, oh, they were knee-high to a pigsty, and
you're like, what do I talk to you about?
They were like, I don't know. Whatever, go away. Here's some crayons. Fuck off. Whereas now, there's a lot more interesting, and I think part of it is I just don't like little kids. Little kids.
You like them once they have a personality and opinions.
Yes. A little personality is fine.
Yeah. I've come to just call them tiny humans now. Because I feel like kids is like almost, and maybe this makes me a little woke, but like I feel like kids is a little like demeaning. And only because so many people are like, oh, they're kids, they don't matter. Or at least that's the kind of stuff we grew up with. Like, you're to be seen and not heard. Or like, your opinion doesn't matter. Or like, you're here for our own whim.
Yeah, no. And frankly, that's the fucking trauma that gets caused on you as a child. Because then you're just not seen.
But then I think we swung way far the other way. Sorry not to cut you off. But I think like parents of our age that like were ignored have now overcompensated,
and now they're like, I'll pick you up at school. To all the parents in Alameda who pick up their fucking kids at school, fuck you. By the way, yes, I'm saying it. That's here for me. Cheers. Yeah. Because you know what? I'm like, your child lives 5 blocks away. What the fuck?
Yeah, they should be walking.
Like, okay, look. They don't know. I see it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And or the ones who are like, yeah, they're just driving their dad's old fucking car. I'm like, dude, what do you... No.
Walk. Yeah.
You can just walk. It's fine.
Yeah. 5 blocks. Yeah.
Oh.
So they're going to come for you on that, and they're going to come for me for the Bay Farm comment.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't care. Fuck them. Like, let the peeps... Oh, which I'm not even on... I left peeps. So, maybe kicked out. Sorry, never mind. Might have been kicked out.
I don't
years ago. Oh. Years ago. It was like, oh... I laid it down. I was like, no, that's not how this is. They kicked me out. But then there's also Alameda Poops.
Oh, yep.
Which I left that one. I was like, I can't deal with any of
I think I'm in that one. And like, I was reading someone's post the other day and I was like, I don't even understand what this was, like, or what I'm reading. And I was just like, I don't have time for it.
Every time I see on Facebook where they're talking about roundabouts or this, that, oh my God, Becky. I just see old white people bitching and complaining about shit that they have no control over. I'm like, honey, what you need to do is adapt.
Yeah. I do hate the roundabouts, though.
Yes, but I'm like, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, but also that.
Just adapt.
Yeah. Also, like, me hating them is not going to change it.
No.
Like,
it's not going to, nothing's going to happen.
Right.
They've already built them.
Yeah.
Adapt.
Yep. I was there the other day by the ones by Ensenell High School. And there's people trying to go through, and I was walking, but I was watching. There's cars trying to figure out how to use a roundabout. They're called rotaries where I'm from. And then there was a bunch of the kids getting out of school that were just like riding their bike, like willy-nilly in the street and then in the roundabout. And like, it was just pure chaos. And I was like, I can't decide if I love this or hate this.
Well, I'm like, first of all,
It was a wild scene. And I was like,
Also,
I'm glad I'm
like-
walking.
Yeah, like, well, I have so much, but I need more booze. Though.
We do. Well, I guess we should probably wrap this up, and I'll
Yeah,
get you
let's
back
wrap
to
this.
Charles. Let's go have a drink with him and celebrate this conversation.
Well, he's at 13, honey,
Oh,
so.
let's go.
So,
But-
do you want to go there?
Yeah. But thank you so much for sharing your story with us, because it really is and like we started with this podcast, it's one in a trillion billion, like it's one in, like, your story is very unique, and it's an amazing perspective to see and hear, and you're so honest about like the good parts of it and the struggles with it, because all of that can be true at the same time.
I think more than anything else, what people need to really understand is you need to do what's best for you. But also, your impact on the world does matter.
Yeah.
It does. I think what I'm really trying to understand at this point in my life is, okay, you've been resilient for this long. You know, but resilience only takes you so far. How do I grow? How do I do better, be more? You know, from any therapy that I'm doing or have done, this is what I'm really trying to learn is, how do I grow? How do I do better?
But I also love that. And I love that's what you've gotten out of this, because I think someone could have been like, oh, I saved their life. Like, I did my thing, you know, and they could kind of rest on that, where you're still like, okay, no, I did this thing that was great. And now how do I do more good things? How am I better? How am I living my life in a way that is meaningful and impactful?
Well, you know, we were also talking before about community and, you know, how can we all contribute? You know, I think I'm experiencing your contribution with you right now. Sorry.
No.
Okay. All right. I'm not crying. Okay. Because this is what you're doing to contribute to your community. Okay.
Yeah, no, you're going to make me cry. We don't even have wine.
I'm not crying. Okay.
But yeah, no, that is what I want to do, is because I get to, and I've been blessed to meet people like you and so many other people, especially in this community, that have these stories that are amazing. And like, it's so unassuming when you like, I mean, you're fabulous, but when you meet you, like, to learn that story about you is like this other layer to you. And it's like, oh, this is why you also move through the world with such joy and such love, even when the world is on fire. You're like, okay, I'm not going to look at that. I'm going to look at how I can impact the people that are surrounding me today and make their day better. And like, you move through the world with that kind of energy. And that's why I think I was initially drawn to you, is because I'm like, oh, like, I love fabulous people and people that live like that. Like, that's always what I'm drawn to. And then to find out that, and almost everyone that I've met that is like that has a story of like some shitty things happening. And instead of it turning them one way, they turn the other way. And I think if we, the people that turn the other way, like, we turn towards even more good, and to look at the people that have also been through shitty things and be like, yeah, but you can live happily. Like, you can find the silver lining. I think if we can help teach those people that aren't seeing it right away, then like, that's our contribution, and that's our way to like help make this dumpster fire not seem so fucking terrible. You know, like, we can be like, yeah, shitty things happen, but look at like all this joy that you can still have. Like, you know, you went through this hard time and now you found this man that you're in love with, and like, you know, you guys have an amazing relationship that is like inspiring to see. Like, and
it takes work, though.
Yeah,
to
like,
be clear, it takes work.
and you don't ever sell it like it's just magic little, you met, fell in love, and it's all been, you're like, oh, sometimes that one. And you know, he has those moments, but it's beautiful because you are even loving each other when you're frustrated.
Oh,
you know, and
indeed.
That's,
yes.
and some people don't have that.
Yeah.
And I think that showing that and sharing those stories will help hopefully inspire more people.
Something I really want to talk about more so was your conversation with Steve that I listened to. It really, like, it was a couple of days of me listening, to be clear.
Yeah.
Listeners, that was a long conversation. So is this probably.
Yeah.
Cheers. But it was eye-opening. I have so much, even though I don't know Steve very well, Steve and I not really associated much. So much of a greater affection and appreciation for Steve. But also, more than anything else, your relationship and friendship with him was apparent, and it was a thread throughout that I adored, because this was clearly a conversation with a great friend.
Yeah.
And can I tell you, that was fascinating, frankly, to really kind of sit there and let it sit with me. So just thank you. That was it. Sorry. Okay.
Thank you.
That is a blatant and promising thing for all of our listeners, so that you'll listen to that one as well. Cheers.
Yeah, he's like my work husband. He's the person I spend and I say it in the episode, like we probably spend the most time together. He's probably the person I spend the most time with, because we work together for a couple nights a week, basically. And then we would just sit around and talking and solving world's problems till 4 a.m. A couple drinks and we're just like, blah, blah, blah. And like, and sometimes.
And another thing.
Yeah. and it's funny because we come from such different places and we're very different people, but like we get along so well about things. And, it's just been, this island has given me way more gifts than anything else.
I just want to say thank you. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, and thank you all for listening. We hope you got something out of this. And if one of your loved ones is going through it, like, I don't know, reach out, go get tested. And if it's for a stranger, make sure you're getting a good swap out of it. Raising me that shit.
Do that 6-person. Ooh, anyway.
It's like the ultimate orgy.
Everyone's getting fucked.
Yeah. I was going to say something terrible.
That is not the way to end that. No. Okay, I'm sorry.
Actually, it's a perfect way to end it.
All right, cheers. All right,
yeah. We're laughing. We hope you all are too. Thank you for listening, and go find some joy today. Bye.